to people for you. Don't be like, oh my gosh, don't talk to this person. I don't want to talk to this person about the business. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous about recruiting. Yeah, everyone's nervous, but you have to make the decision or else you're just going to be a salesperson. And I don't think you guys want to do that forever. So let us help you. Let us work through your market. Hey, some people will, some people won't. So what? We have so many sayings, man. I feel like they're all like blending together in my mind right now. But you just gotta open your mouth. Like, just, hey, would you be open to this? If not, okay, sorry, on to the next person. Like, literally, we were watching a train, we were watching a training the other night, and this guy was like, hey, exactly, we're not mind readers. You don't know who's gonna say yes. You might be scared to talk to somebody like a doctor that's making, I don't know, 120, so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. And you don't know, they might not enjoy having to work how many ever hours a day that they're working, right? They might not be able to spend time with their family. They might have to be on call all the time, right? So, like with that, you never know what somebody's looking for. So always ask. But while I was saying that, there was a training that we watched. Josh told me, and dude, this training was like at, I don't know, midnight pretty much, and we were watching it, and this guy, his name's Jake Frugier, and he was like, I love the fact that I have ADHD because I don't get caught up with people telling me no or a recruit quitting, because when he's like, oh, I just get distracted by the next new recruit that's coming in. You guys got to realize not everybody's going to do it. Some people are going to say yes, some people are going to say no, but let us help you build your inventory from the start, find the people that actually want to do it, and then continue to help you build through them. Like, you guys, I don't even know if you guys track this on a regular basis. A lot of you guys are just getting started, but like, when you decide to let people build for you, your teams will start to unfold. Like right now, from me all the way down to, I think it's brand new, who is it? Terrell. That's 7 deep from me. I don't know all of these people. What does 7 deep mean? Somebody recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody else. And now Terrell is here. How? Because we worked. Morgan recruited somebody who recruited somebody who recruited somebody else, and then allowed us to help them build under them, right? But you gotta let us do that. No one wants to sell, but everybody wants to override. If we can build a business, if like Josh said, Hector Lamarck has 13,000 licensed agents. If we can help you build your business to even have just 50 agents or 100 agents, you can't tell me that you wouldn't want to override that. You would love it. You'd be like, heck yeah, you're not going to tell me, no, don't build all these people under me so I don't have to write sales every day, right? Nobody wants to sell on a regular basis, but everybody wants to override. Everybody wants passive income, right? Without a vision, people perish. So any of you guys that are Christian, you hear that a lot. Without a vision, people perish. And a lot of people, when they're having motivational speeches, they say that same thing. You have to have a vision. You have to start with the end in mind, all of those areas. But without people, the vision perishes. If you don't have to, if you're just by yourself, and not just in Primerica, but anywhere, if you're just by yourself, I don't know how far your vision's gonna go. Everybody had to have somebody that came on with them. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, they all had to have people to start following them to help them move forward towards their vision. But if you don't have people following you, I mean, how far can your vision go with just one person, right? So that's huge. And then here, addition, you don't want to build your business by addition, guys. I'm working on it. I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it. I think Josh is a lot better than I am, and I'm humble enough to say that on growing by multiplication versus addition. But I'm working on it, right? But here, you look at it. When you build your teams 3 plus 3 plus 3, what does that mean? You hire 3 people, you train them, you teach them how to sell the product. Then you hire 3 more people, you train them, you teach them how to sell the product. Same thing, and you just keep doing that. That's going to take a long time. Now, maybe you have 9 people that can write a sale. Maybe they write one sale a month. That's 10,000 of production. Versus you get 3 who get 3. Now you're at 9 already. And then those 9 get 3. You're already at 27. If 27 people just write one sale, geez, guys, it's a dramatic difference. And if you keep going and going and going and going, it's unbelievable. Art Williams said he did it 11 times. 3 to get 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 3. And it multiplied out to 59,000 agents from 3 to 59,000. That's what can happen when you multiply. But if you do that by addition, how long is it going to take you to get to 59,000? Right? And then you just got to make a decision to know what we're doing here is right. Guys, if you are just one person, you're not going to be able to help as many families as you would like to help with their life insurance, with their investments. Like, we have billions of families that death claims are being paid, billions of families that are able to retire from what we do. If it was just 85 people that it started with Art Williams, billions of families would not be affected right now. Billions of families would not be helped right now. And we're not stringent with who we want to talk to as far as clients. We provide all of the education for free. We let people utilize our time to teach them these concepts. We read their policies for them. We show them to make sure they're not getting ripped off. Like, we help them analyze their 401ks, which no one's doing right now. We help them figure out how to get their kids to go to college, all of those things. But if you're just one person, you can't impact a major part of society. But if you build and you duplicate and you multiply, you can do that. And you have to know that our end result for the family is right. But the end result of compound recruiting is also right for your teammates and what they're going to get in the long run by doing this. So that's what I have, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. And I know Josh is going to talk a little bit about what you guys have been seeing out there.
Okay, let's close this out, guys. Hopefully you got a lot from Shondell's compound recruiting and the rule of 27. I appreciate everybody still chimed in, dialed in, okay, and focused. I like to bring energy to the table because recruiting, as being a successful recruiter, is 95% energy, enthusiasm. That's really what it is. And it's like 5% technical stuff. But everybody, look, let's say you get off our Zoom today and you're like Speedy Gonzalez. Hey, yo, I'm on to the recruiting railroad, right? The first thing that you're going to encounter, I bet you're going to encounter some adversity. You're going to have people say ridiculous things to you, like that pyramid thing, that whatever, you know, that they make money off the little guy. You only make money because you're at the top. Okay, that is complete crap. Now here's why. You can't just get mad at somebody. You have to bring the when someone tells that to me, I did this recently this week actually. I said, okay, so I'm gonna have this conversation with you one time, and because I want you to understand, Mr. New Recruit. The first thing I need you to understand is our track record. First of all, Primerica is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Do you know what the process is of getting on the New York Stock Exchange? The stock exchange vets your company extremely thoroughly. It's one of the hardest things any company in the world can do because of how difficult their vetting process is. They check your profit margins, your all your records. They audit your company to death, like not just once, but multiple times for multiple quarters. They talk to all the employees. They see if anything is rigged or not right. And then they, not to mention you have to be a certain sized company, then they let you on the New York Stock Exchange. Okay. How much money does the New York Stock Exchange spend on that vetting process? I'd like to think it's somewhere in the vicinity of $1 million+. Now, with the research that you did on our company or someone else did, just where did that come from? Oh, Wikipedia, YouTube. I say, oh, you mean the same YouTube where I can make an account right now and make a video that says, I hate Jesus Christ. Here's all the reasons why Jesus Christ is a demon and not real? You mean that YouTube? Oh, Wikipedia where I could go do the same exact thing? When you write a dissertation for your PhD, you're not allowed to use Wikipedia or YouTube as your sources for your dissertation. There's a reason for that. And so you must consider the source. That's something you got to say to the person. Consider your source. Okay? We've been in business for 44 years. Don't you think that that by now, if we were scamming somebody, we would have been caught? The company Enron, who was the hottest stock in the early 2000s, was not around for longer than a decade. And guess what? They got caught. They're gone. We've been in business for 44 score and 7 years ago, right? We've been in business for 40 years. Okay. Don't you think somebody would have found out by now if we were pulling the wool over their eyes? Look at our stock. Look at the stock. A company that scams is not a company that grows, not that much, not in 10 years. Okay. I took this actually 1 year ago during the pandemic. It was March. Actually, when the pandemic hit, you see the dip right there. You circle that dip, right. Yeah. Right there. That you see that dip. Okay. That dip means that it dropped, the valuation of Primerica dropped down to 3.859 billion. Today, the company's stock is now worth 6 billion. I checked yesterday at the end of the market close. 6 billion. It doubled after and during a pandemic. Okay, would that happen if a company was scamming folks? I don't think so. What's next? What about the partnerships? Okay, these partnerships are the #1 companies in their space. Some of them have trillions with a T, trillions of dollars of assets under management. We just partnered with Fidelity, which is not on there yet. Okay, would Fidelity and American funds, who each have trillions of dollars invested with us, partner with a scam artist, with a pyramid scheme? How about Vivint Smart Home, the #1 smart home company in North America? How about Quicken Loans Mortgage, the #1 mortgage refinancing company in America? Would they partner with a pyramid scheme company? No, they wouldn't. As a matter of fact, we didn't actually ask them to partner with us. They came to us, not the other way around. What's the next thing? Forbes. Have you ever heard of Forbes, Mr. New Recruit? Okay, they ranked us in the top 50 most trustworthy, keyword highlight trust, financial companies in America. Okay, who has a wider research capability? The YouTube person you watched with their 5,000 views, or Forbes? Forbes. Okay, we are ranked A+ on AM Best. You got to understand something. Only 15% of life insurance companies have that rating. So you should be writing these stats down. so that you can say it to a person. Oh, well, Josh, it doesn't matter. They'll quit in the end. That's cool. At least you said it out your mouth to reassure it to your subconscious mind. Only 15% of life insurance companies have an A+ rating on AM Best. How about the Fortune 1000? You've heard of the Fortune 500, Mr. New Recruit? No? Well, that means they're the 500 largest companies in America. There's a Fortune 1000. We just entered that. What does that year say? 2020? Oh, you mean the year the pandemic broke out? Yes, that year. That's the one we did it in. Okay. How about the Dalbar Mutual Fund Award? That means you've got the top mutual fund service for 17 years in running. Okay. Not 5, not 17 months, 17 years. What's next? How about free insurance advice? Mr. New Recruit, the dark yellow means extremely unsatisfied clients. You look at State Farm and Prudential. How about that? Prudential was the #1 enemy for our company in the 1970s, 80s. We surpassed them and became the #1 issuer of life insurance policies in America in 1980 something, whatever it was. Now look at their extremely unsatisfied clients. It's literally the size of our extremely satisfied insurance clients. Oh, but we're scamming people, right? The satisfied clients are satisfied because of the scams, right? If ever there was a scam, it's something called whole life and universal life insurance. But you wouldn't know, Mr. Potential New Recruit, because we haven't got through some training. You don't know what that is. And then finally, in conclusion, what do they say? Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Okay, this is not it. This is not it. But these are a few major players in the world that decided it was a good idea to invest a lot of money in Primerica stock. Fidelity, who we partnered with, invested $240 million in the Prime America scam. Okay. YouTube and Wikipedia are not good sources. $240 million in a publicly traded company for 40 years. That is a logical source, a credible source. Have you ever heard of Chase Bank? Do you think a bank would invest that much money into a scam? No, it was $17 million. Wells Fargo, another bank, their investment branch, $39 million. Merrill Lynch, $3.5 million. Dude, this is like over $1 billion. I'm lying. That's not true. Let's look, 240. That's 300 plus 350 plus another, so 370. So 380 and some change, $380 million and some change invested into Primerica stock. Are you gonna listen to your broke cousin or uncle who has never entered the financial industry ever? Or are you gonna have some resolve in the credible sources? So in closing, if you could just turn the presentation off. I truly hope that was helpful, guys. This is recorded. We're putting it on YouTube. If I were you, that's exactly, I'm like kind of like projecting my voice right now. You don't have to do that as aggressively when you're speaking to a potential new recruit. But have confidence in the numbers, because numbers don't lie. 40 years does not lie. Have confidence. Beat your chest when you're talking to somebody, anybody, a client, a potential recruit. You know, like, hey, what do you do? Like, what's so special about what you do that you poo-poo on what I'm doing? Do I poo-poo on what you're doing? I could. I promise you I could. But I don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, have confidence and know that what we do is right for people. You want to know something in closing? Marin and I did a seminar for a business owner friend of hers that she went to high school with. And all her employers got on the phone, on the Zoom call with us. And we met with all of them individually. One of them mentioned that, I don't know, she went to a bank and tried to open a mutual fund. And they were like, we don't.
Roth IRA, Josh. It was a Roth IRA. They told her.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A Roth, right? So they said, sorry, we don't take clients if they want to get set up $200 a month. Is there a minimum with you guys? Because that's what she wanted to invest, right? Can you believe that? Do you know $200 a month in the Growth Fund of America over 20 years is $500,000 of tax-free money? $500,000 that you can do that for somebody. Hey, who do you know in your family that's got $500 to $1 million saved? Oh, nobody? It's just $50 a week, $200 a month. We could help you do that. The bank's not gonna help you do that. When somebody says something about our company, literally you want to take your foot and put it where the sun don't shine sometimes, right? But you got to like reserve yourself, right? And in a calm manner, fall back on the numbers, because numbers don't lie. And take pride in what we're accomplishing here as a team. I love each and every one of you. We're going to build $1 million hierarchy in the next 6 months with Shaq. And the leaders on this call, you guys got to understand that it doesn't take forever to build a massive base shop. It doesn't take forever to become a regional vice president. Shondel's going here in 60 days. I'm going here in 90 to 180 days. 9 to 12 months is all it takes. That's how long it takes to have a baby. So go have a baby, guys. That's the moral of the story. Take care.